welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Tamela. If you like the video and you like what you see, then be sure to stick around and subscribe for new videos. We would love to have y'all join a part of our little family, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Today I'm going to be sharing some of the best shows on Netflix to binge watch in my humble opinion. So if y'all are interested, then just keep watching. So the first show that I want to mention to you guys is Quantico, and if you followed me on Instagram, then you know that during the period when I discovered this show, I was hooked and obsessed. Like, you could not make me stop watching this show. The first night that I watched it, which was really coincidental because it had came up in my recommended a ton, but when I read the description, it just really didn't catch my eye at all, so I just kind of kept scrolling past it. But one night I was up late cleaning and I needed something new to watch, so I just turned it on, and y'all, I got like no cleaning done after that because I was stuck on that show. I probably watched a good 5 to 7 episodes that first night, and I stayed up late until like I want to say 3 or 4 in the morning watching Quantico. No regrets. And then at that time we were about to move, and Devin was already in Georgia, so we weren't in the same house. So I was like, okay, I have to stop. I cannot watch this show without him because I knew he was gonna love it, and I was right, he did. So I let him catch up to where I was, and then once we moved, we started watching it together, and like, he loved it, I loved it, it was a great time. Also, that's what's gonna show you true love. If you can wait and watch a really good show and just like wait for your man, that's true love, y'all. I'm just saying. But it's a really great show and I highly recommend it. I was really upset, like I felt some type of way. I felt personally hurt that they did not continue it past season 3 because it was an amazing show. Like, Alex Parrish is everything. Priyanka Chopra, like, I love her. I love everything she's ever done. Like, just my heart. As you can tell, I'm kind of obsessed, but I'm serious. The show made me laugh. It made me cry a lot. I shed a lot of tears over Quantico, y'all. Like, if you're an emotional person, you will shed a lot of tears over this show, but we really enjoyed it, and there are 3 seasons on Netflix, and even though they did not continue it past season 3, which I'm a little salty about, I definitely suggest that you watch it. That's why it's at the front of this list, because in my personal opinion, I think that it is the best. It definitely falls under a couple different categories. I would say it's a lot of action if you love action, and even if you don't, because I'm not a big action TV show movie kind of person, but this had a lot of it in there, and I love that. And it's also very much like a crime and drama type of TV show, so again, I highly recommend it. Next is Dead to Me, and this is one of the newer shows on Netflix. Devin and I actually just finished it the other night, and girl, is there a plot twist. You don't even know it's coming. You don't even know. I actually really enjoyed this show, and so did Devin. One of the girls in there curses a lot, so if you don't like shows that have a lot of cursing in it, you probably won't like this, but she curses a lot, and she's like a lot to handle. She is a very strong character, so at the first episode, I was kind of like, ooh, girl, you're like mad for no reason, but it's a really good show once you get into it, and like I said, I was very surprised at the ending. It's a really short show right now because there's only 1 season, and it's 10 30-minute episodes, so you get through that in like a day in Netflix time. But I do highly recommend watching it. It is another one of those shows where once you start, you kind of can't stop. The next show is Parenthood, and Parenthood is another one of my favorites right now, and I feel like I'm really late on the Parenthood bandwagon, but I swear no one has ever recommended this show to me, and I was kind of like, well, let's just try it out, and now it's one of my favorite shows. There's 6 seasons on Netflix, and I am on season 3, so don't spoil it. That would be mean. Don't be mean. And the seasons are pretty long. Like I said, there are 6 seasons, and there are about 20 or so episodes per season, and they're like 45-minute long episodes at that. So this is a really good one if you're really just looking to get into and binge something, because I've been watching this probably over the past month and a half, and I'm still not done with it. I haven't been super binging it, but it's definitely my go-to show when I really want to get into something, if that makes sense. So if you're looking for a show that really has some depth to it, that you can be in it for the long haul, Parenthood is definitely the one, because it is super long, and also I just really like the storyline. I love a good family drama, and that's what this show's about. It's about a family, and it shows, so it's like the grandparents and then their kids and then their kids. So it's just showing how the whole family is navigating through this season of life and parenthood, obviously, and what they're doing with their kids and their trials and tribulations. And I just love a good family drama like that. I don't know why. It's always been airplane. Excuse me. Anyway, like I was saying, I love a good family drama. It's always been one of my favorites. Anything with a little bit of drama in it, your girl is always here for. And I just think it's a really good show because there's a lot of facets to it because you're following each set of family members and the things that they're doing. So I really like that aspect of it. The next show is You, and this one took me a minute to get into, I'm not gonna lie. It is a very raunchy show. There's some weird things that go on in it. The first couple episodes, you're just kind of like, what? Like the entire time, you're just like, what is happening? And that's how I felt, because I actually stopped watching this for months before I started it again. I started it right when it first came out, and I got to like episode 3, and I was like, gag, I cannot watch this. I do not understand what's going on. This is a little weird for me. So I stopped watching it, and everyone continued to talk about it, and I was like, look, I just don't understand. Like, I can't get into it. But everybody was like, girl, push past it. It gets better. So I did, and literally starting like episode 4, it got so much better. So if you can push past the first few episodes that are a little cray, and you're kind of just like, what is he doing? If you can push past that, it definitely does get better. I am so ready for season 2. Devin watched this with me. Devin pretty much watches everything that I watch, but he watched this one with me, and when we saw that last episode, we were like, boy, I'm ready for the season 2, which season 2 comes out on December 26th. I know this because that's how hype I am for it. It's a good show, but I think it's definitely one that takes a certain type of person to be able to watch and be able to tolerate certain things, because it gets kind of weird in a couple parts. But if you can get past the first few episodes and kind of get over the raunchiness of it all, it is actually a really good show with a really good storyline once you get into it. Also, I just wanted to add that it is not scary in my opinion. I am a scaredy cat. I do not watch scary TV shows. I do not watch scary movies. I do not like scary things that keep me up at night. I do not like scary things. So I definitely asked all my friends before I started watching this, like, can I watch this, or is it going to freak me out and I'm going to think about it every day for like the next 2 years? And they told me, no, girl, go ahead and watch it. And I did, and I don't think that it's scary, so I just kind of wanted to add that in case you kind of thought the same thing, that it was scary. I don't think it was scary. It was weird, but it wasn't scary. And the last show that I have to share with you guys is One Day at a Time. I firmly believe that this is the world's most underrated show, and I think it's for a reason. I don't think Netflix marketed this show well enough. I really don't. I found it right before they canceled it. They have 3 seasons on Netflix, and then they canceled it, which I was really upset about, because again, Devin and I enjoyed it. It was a really good show, and I think Netflix could have definitely done a better job at marketing it, because it was always on the little preview screen, but I never saw anything about it. It didn't look good. The pictures were bad. But then I saw people talking about how it was getting canceled and how it was such an underrated show, and so I started watching it, and it was truly a really underrated show. I thought it was really good. The best way I could explain it is like Cuban Full House. They talked about a lot of hard-hitting subjects and politics and religion and just different things, but they did it in such a lighthearted and funny way, and I really love the show. Like I said, very underrated. I'm very sad that they cancel it. Every time I find something that I like, Netflix cancels it. That's rude. But I still recommend that all of y'all check it out. It was a really good show, and Devin and I literally laughed through every single episode. It was one of the funniest shows that we've watched in a really long time, so highly recommend. So that is it for my Netflix recommendations, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Definitely leave me a comment down below and let me know what y'all's favorite shows to watch on Netflix are, because we are always looking for new shows to start. And I really hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a remedy.